Hi, I'm Linda Lister, and in this Yoga for Singers video, we're going to talk about chanting. Now, most singers truly enjoy the sound of their own voice. Let's be honest about that. But the point of chanting is not to sit and worship the sound of your own voice. Chanting is another type of musical meditation that you can find in yoga, which is very relaxing and soothing, almost as if you can actually, instead of concentrating on technical elements per se, focusing on just the vibration in your body. Kind of like the sensation when you were a child, I suppose, in the womb, and your mother will be humming or talking, and you feel that vibration that's somehow primal. But with chanting, there are various ways you can do it. Of course, the most common, most well-known chant is the Om chant. Om is a Sanskrit word, which means the universe. So the comforting part about that would be that you are one with the universe. So why would you be nervous if you are the audition panel, if you are the audience? We are all one. So there's a comforting unity and joining of energy and the totality in that. But if you don't want to be thinking about that, or Sanskrit means nothing to you, which a lot of us just aren't familiar with that, just the pure vocal sounds can be excellent for singers. The O vowel, really rounding the lips, and then sustaining the hum, the Om. The M, again, is a labial nasal, which is very breath efficient and can help you lengthen your exhalation. It's almost akin to doing long tones like wind players do. Voice students don't seem to do that anymore like they did perhaps in the 19th century, the bel canto era. But it can be very useful. So you just do a long, sustained chant, if you were doing an Om, for instance, and thinking of trying to maintain a steady, long exhalation. And you could focus either on keeping your vibrato steady or not having vibrato at all, whatever would be best for you, but trying to even out that exhalation. You could also chant on an English word if you wanted, some things that might work. You could chant on peace. If you prefer the E vowel, you could work on that. And then the S, the hiss at the end, again, would work on good long sustaining at the end of a phrase there. You could use a word like calm, something to calm yourself down, sort of, again, in a wonderful way, brainwash your way into positivity. You could just chant on different vowels, which is called toning. Not toning as in toning, but intoning, I suppose, like maybe monks would in older eras, or even the modern time, I suppose. But the idea is that the sound is soothing to the body and to the mind, and singers are very responsive to music, obviously, since they are musicians. And chanting can be done in a group setting, which is probably where it would most often be done, not because you want to be part of a choir with a perfect blend or anything like that, but just because when you're doing it with a group of people, again, there's a collective nature of it that is soothing and unifying, wonderful before a performance with a cast, if you're trying to get a sense of ensemble and get everyone's brain and body in the right space, in the similar space and mindset. But you can also do it by yourself, and I usually use music then to sort of create a mood and block out any other sounds that might interfere or distract. So some interesting ways to chant, and there are other things that you could use to set the mood, for instance, with a lovely little bell. To initiate your chanting, your musical meditation. And then I'll just put on a little bit of music. Some soothing chant, something hypnotic, enveloping, so that it will create a sound environment for me, as if I'm with a bunch of other singers. And of course, you'd want to make sure that you're sitting up tall, lovely expanded rib cage. You could sit in whatever position is comfortable. A mudra, as we talked about in another Yoga for Singers video. Or you could just relax your arms and just focus on lengthening your exhalation and evening out an E on this particular track, so I'll join them in that. Trained singers will probably pick something in the chord, but I like this music has a lot of tetrachords and tonal clusters, so it doesn't really matter what note you're singing. So feel free to explore chanting as a way of enhancing your meditation, your relaxation techniques before a performance, before an audition, or just if you're feeling out of sorts, to calm and soothe yourself as a person, as a singer, and enjoy the magic of sound. Namaste.